welcome to the Banyan Tree here on Phuket Island, a province of Thailand. Now, we arrived fairly late last night, so this is our first glimpse of this wonderful resort. And you know what? The good news, we got upgraded from the Spa Pool Villa to the Serenity Pool Villa. So I'm really looking forward to sharing this resort with you, showing you all the facilities and of course the room reveal, or should I say villa reveal, later in the episode. Look, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you do, share with a friend, give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, what I'm intending to do is show you around the facilities, like the pools, what the restaurants are like, what the food quality is like, the fitness centre, the use of the bikes here which are complimentary, they're a real hit with me, and of course the villa reveal later in the episode. Now, let's go explore the Banyan Tree Resort. So look, you've got some lovely vistas here, and by the way, the villas on the other side of the lake are still a part of the Banyan Tree grounds. So I strongly encourage you to use the complimentary bikes, and look, most people do. Riding along past many of the villas, we'll see 4 or 5 bikes at the front of each villa, including the smaller bikes. So for kids who are that age where they can ride around themselves, they would love it here. Going to explore in the swimming pool with all the different shapes and angles. Wow, I hope to be a kid again. So in behind me is the entrance to the Saffron Tre Restaurant, very authentic. We had a meal there last night and it worked out to be about €85, you know, the equivalent in USD, I guess. The food was really amazing. You know, you pay extra being in the resort. And here's the thing with the Banyan Tree Resort, it's a part of the Laguna precinct. So there are several resorts within that precinct and you won't find any convenience stores and cheaper places to eat. But all of the resorts in this Laguna precinct do have complimentary shuttle buses. So you can jump on and go to the, I guess, the gate that exits the Laguna precinct, and then it's about a 10-minute walk to your local restaurants. For example, the other night we jumped on the shuttle and went to the night market outside of the Laguna Resort precinct, and our meal there was not quite a half of what you pay for here, but it was certainly a lot cheaper at about €49. No, that's about 49 US, isn't it? Food there was great. The night market was really good too, as you can see in the images that I'm showing you. Right, so behind me is the a la carte restaurant, and that's where most people go for their morning breakfast. And look, you overlook the Laguna golf course there, so you can check out the swings of people at the 10th tee. Now, the Serenity Pool Villa is very nice, and I'm going to show you that towards the end of the episode. Now, how do we end up in this particular upgraded villa? Let's go back to the very start. I booked the Banyan Tree last October, and I think I got a pretty good price for the Spa Pool Villa, which is the next one down from this. So with that package, we got one massage, 160-minute massage per person during that stay, and also one afternoon tea for the duration of the stay, so just one. And we arrived here and they told us, unfortunately sir, we have to upgrade you. So we got the Serenity Pool Villa, but we also got a daily 60-minute massage each, and also an afternoon tea per day. So we're obviously very, very happy about that. Now, the total cost when I booked last year was in Australian dollars, it was 4,437 Australian dollars, and that converts to 2,400 euro, 2,800 USD. Look, I think that's not too bad at all. You know, depending on your circumstances, it could be a goer, because you've seen a bit of the facility, and you'll see more as this episode proceeds. It's very, very nice. So the complimentary bikes, they're a winner. On check-in, you go pick your bike up, and you've got it until you check out, whether it's 3 days, 5 days, whatever. So you just ride them around, you leave them, they've all got your own villa number to identify the bike, and it's fantastic because you know what, the Banyan Tree Resort, it's quite a large resort. The alternative is walking, and that's fine too, physical activity, or you can call up a buggy, they'll come and get you. But why would you want to do that when you can ride around this beautiful resort? For example, have a look at this footage. Work the hill, come on, push the hill, up we go. And look, here we are coming up towards our villa. What a spot. Now the Banyan Tree Consortium is out of Singapore, and the Banyan Tree here in Phuket was one of the first resorts built by that consortium, I believe, and now they've got dozens and dozens of resorts around the world. I did a quick Google search, breakfast this morning, top 10 Banyan Tree resorts. Here in Phuket, it came in at number 6. Interestingly, there are a few resorts in Thailand. Mexico featured a couple, Morocco looked very interesting, and the number 1 was in the Seychelles, which is off the eastern coast of Africa and not too far from the Maldives. By the way, the Maldives has a Banyan Tree resort there too. So some really great locations to explore around the world, and I know we're very fortunate to be staying here. On a side note, during COVID, remember those COVID years, we were locked in at Beijing, and we could fly within China over one of the summers there during COVID, and we flew down to Hainan, which is an island on the south coast of China. It's part of China. It's considered the Hawaii of China. Anyway, there was a Banyan Tree resort there which we did stay at, and that inspired us to then look at other resorts around the world, and that's why we're sort of here in Phuket, because we did enjoy the Banyan Tree in Sanya, which was the little town in Hainan back in China, back in the day. Anyway, I'm reminiscing a little bit. Okay, breakfast time at the Tre Restaurant. I've heard this is a pretty special place, a beautiful, mindful spot to enjoy the start of the day. Let's go in, check it out. Good morning, Morning. Oh, I'm very well, thank you. So this is one of several dining options for breakfast, and this is called the Tre Restaurant with a Korean theme for evening meals. It's just a beautiful setting, isn't it? Look at that. And we can see the golf course over in the distance. So start the day off with a nice coffee, and here's the thing with the Tre Restaurant, there's no one here, got the place to ourselves, whereas the main restaurant over near the golf course it's quite busy. So this is a little hidden gem for you, the Tre Restaurant, if you're here at the Banyan Tree. So here's the back gate to the beach, towels to pick up. We'll leave our bikes here, security guards there to help you cross the road, so it's all pretty good. Look, I'll grab a towel. And let's go. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Have a good day. And look, it's as easy as that. So the bikes, they're a hit. Really love getting on them and riding around. So it's quite easy. Now yesterday I came down to the beach. It was a bit windy, a bit later in the day. Look, I wouldn't call this a safe beach by any stretch of the imagination. Having a bit of a surfing background when I was much younger, I can pick rips and so on, and I did notice a couple out here. So, you know, if you're not a confident swimmer, I'd stay in the pools at your villas. So the name of that beach opposite the Banyan Tree Resort, Bang Tao Beach. And look, lots of pluses, uncrowded, lovely clean soft sand. Oh, I saw some horses being ridden too, so what a great activity that would be. And the potential for some surf. I guess my only negative or concern would be some strong currents. So weaker swimmers definitely stay clear and stay here at the resort. Otherwise, go for it. I enjoyed having a little bit of a jog along that sandy beach too. Okay, I'm off to show you the fitness centre. Andiamo, let's go. So a rainy old afternoon here at the Banyan Tree in Phuket. Look, it's the wet season after all. So it's a good opportunity, isn't it, to hit the gym. So I'll give you a quick look at the fitness centre here and give you my summation of what this resort's fitness centre is like. Now whilst I'm warming up, I've shown you a quick glimpse of the gym, and it's pretty typical of most resort fitness centres. 3 treadmills, couple of bikes, and just equipment that'll get you through. And that's the whole point. When you're here at a resort, you just want to try and maintain because as you know, if you don't use it, you lose it. So this setup here in the fitness centre will get the job done, no problemo. All right, let's get stuck in. Now behind me is the Tin Bar, a great place for an evening cocktail, just to lead into your evening meal. Serenity. Something I'm getting very used to is the afternoon tea. When our room was upgraded, we went from one afternoon tea for our entire stay here to an afternoon tea every day. So it's quite enjoyable, and just excuse me if I indulge myself right now. Apologies there, just nodded off, but it's very easy to do here. So there are 4 main restaurants here at the Banyan Tree. The Saffron Restaurant specialises in Thai cuisine, very authentic. We have a la carte restaurant where the majority of people will go for their breakfasts. Just by the pool reception area, we have a Japanese influenced restaurant. And finally, a fair way away from here, but still on the grounds, is a small little restaurant called Tre, T-R-E, which is a bit of a hidden gem. Lovely outlook over a different lake, and morning breakfast there of an evening Korean cuisine. So what do you think? Look, the Banyan Tree is certainly a recommendation from me. Now, I'm sure you want to see where we're staying. It's a beautiful villa, and by the way, we've got an upgrade. Can't complain about that. Right, let's go in and have a look. Okay, let's see if anyone's home. And who's home? Me, of course. Now let's go. This place is special. Expat Lifestyle with Babs, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode here at the Banyan Tree Resort on Phuket in Thailand. Our stay has been magical, and we got off to a wonderful start with the room upgrade to the Serenity Pool Villa. Look, I hope I've done it justice showing you around this particular villa. but it's just been so enjoyable with the daily massage, the daily afternoon teas. Now the facilities here at Banyan Tree, second to none. The staff, I know they're in the service industry and it's an expectation to be friendly, but I've been to Thailand enough to know that the Thai people across the country are just so respectful and just at peace. They're so friendly. Now, if you've enjoyed this episode, please give me a thumbs up, share with a friend and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next episode. Ciao.